Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Bailey and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Bailey's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Bailey is going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session with me on Wednesday. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where, if you remember, all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Bailey, heel. Now, at this point, Bailey has a job to do. And you saw him looking up at Rich and wagging his tail, waiting for Rich to give him a command during my introduction. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking without dragging you down the street, and when you stop your feet, whether it's to cross traffic or talk to someone, he should sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And he does it very happily with a great attitude. He's a happy guy. He's just a little hard-headed. Rich talks to him a little. We hope he hears us to keep him motivated and paying attention. But we do notice that he does read body language very well as well. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Stay. And because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your homework is to lengthen this 30-second sit-stay out to 3 minutes, and you can practice right in the house. You don't have to go outside. When Rich returns back to him, he walks quickly counterclockwise around him to end up back where they started, with his shoulders next to Rich's left leg, and then at this point he expects to get another command. And he takes off heeling again. Rich throws in some turns to keep him focused and paying attention. And you can see how well it works, because then he looks up at Rich. Like, okay, what are we going to do now? He's showing off for you. Stay. Rich leaves him in a sit-stay, walks out to the end of the leash. He turns to face him. And this time, instead of returning all the way back to Bailey, Rich is going to use his name, lighten his tone of voice, and he's going to call him in. It's Bailey, come. And he should come right in front and sit. And then Bailey should return back to heel and back sitting. Very good. And you can see he's really into it. Like, he enjoys doing it. And this is something that you can practice with him at home, to spend time reinforcing his commands. And it gives you a time to spend with your dog that you're actually teaching him something. Stay. Rich leaves him in another sit-stay. And again, he's going to use his name and call him in. This is a good example of a happy kid. His tail doesn't stop going the whole time. He's like, this is so fun. We're spending time together. He really is very, very cute. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. So always have your dog seated first at your left. You take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay you can practice right in your living room where there's less distractions, less acorns, leaves, grass, and anything else that makes him put his nose on the ground. And you're going to work this long down stay up to 5 minutes, slowly over time. When Rich returns back to him again, he walks all the way around him, returning back to heel position, and he stops there, and then he has to give Bailey another command. Left open palm, straight down toward the ground, down and stay. Now Rich is discouraging him from putting his nose on the ground by telling him no. Rich calls him out of that down. His sits are so funny, he really sits far back. He goes back to heel and back sitting. Very good. And the very last command that we're going to be demonstrating for you is the down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command because you're not right next to him. Remember, always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down. Rich is going to leave him in a stay. He's going to turn to face him. You're going to lengthen out the distance on this command. Use your right hand to give the command and the one-word command to down. So Bailey did a great example of a happy little video. His tail was up and wagging the whole time. He was having fun with it. He did a great job. We're very proud of him. He's come a long way. We want to thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.